uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers him and puts him right on balance every time.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Knocked loose. Warriors come up with it. That's it for the first quarter. The Warriors with the lead. About to start the second quarter. Both teams very productive offensively at the outset.
If anything on this game, Ed, you have to expect the unexpected. When players have range that extend outside the gymnasium, oh, we're going to get a chance to watch something special.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. To Jaylen Brown.
Pick.
Just off the mark.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Livingston to Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
It's Golden State basketball. Durant to Thompson. Screen coming.
Hey, left.
Probing the defense. Thompson. He's looking for that touch.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Knocked loose. Livingston. Nothing going here on that drive.
Hey, spread the flow.
Durant. Look out. If he's hitting those, could be a long night.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
To Rozier. Buries it on the catch and shoot. We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
Tickets for the next home game are still available at box office. Buy one or more tickets before the end of today's game, and you will receive an exclusive discount.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Into the game for
Curry with the ball.
Warriors. Number 30, Stephen Curry.
He buries it, creating space with the step back.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
Hayward to Rozier. Nothing going here on that drive. Cleans it up. Durant across the timeline. His team stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Horford. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
And hits the first free throw. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Curry with the basketball. It's an 8-point lead. Gets it in the right corner. Durant to Curry. Fires the three, and Stephen Curry, the fastest release in the NBA, hits the three. Curry, no doubt, is a transformative player. Some say for the worst. Is there too much of a reliance on the three-point shot at all levels?
No, we're watching the game evolve, and Stephen Curry has been critical in changing the narrative. But I want kids at home to recognize that they see the finished product. They see somebody who makes 1,000 jumpers a day. And I love what Team USA is doing when they talk about removing the three-point line. It's imperative that kids have the right mechanics. If you have the right mechanics, your range will take care of itself.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Missed the second one as well. It's Curry controlling the offense. Nothing going here on that drive. Curry. That won't go. That's smart with the rebound. To Irving. Irving no good with the shot there. Thompson to bring it into the front court. The lead is 11. To Curry. Durant. Not easy.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Irving to Hayward. Horford to Irving. And a chance coming up at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's Steph Curry with the rock. To Durant. To Curry. Thompson. Tough shot. He hits.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Irving knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Stuffs it down with authority. Whoa, that was like an express train. No local stops.
It's like you walking into the tunnel getting ready before this game. I saw you. You were locked in. You had the horse blinders on. You were myopic. Nobody was stopping you. You were focused.
Jay, there's a level we have to reach. Game in and game out. Gamers know what it's about. First half comes to an end. The Warriors enjoying some breathing room right now.
possession here. The Warriors entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Golden State Warriors. The Celtics have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Field goals.
What you see on the screen is how this team put itself at a disadvantage. They definitely have some adjustments to make for the second half.
Player of the half.
Kevin Durant showed off his timing and athleticism with a lot of blocks. The defense he put on display requires the kind of effort that fans love to see from their team.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Hayward. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
You know, for a long time, I've been calling JT a young Paul Pierce because of his isolation moves, in particular in tight spaces. With fadeaways, step backs, whatever you want, he has. Now, that came from watching him a couple of years ago play at Duke Fantasy Camp in the summer. He was going against Jabari Parker for 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row, he gave Jabari the business. Now, this young kid was not even a freshman in college and was scoring any way he wanted to. And you knew that he was destined for success in the league. Danny Ainge got the steal of the draft.
Hayward to Horford. Oh, lots of contact there. Still gets it to go.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Here comes the screen. Goes reverse to lay it in.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Shot from the lane won't go.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Warriors have the basketball. Durant to Cousins. Green The pass set it all up.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Hayward off the mark. No good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end that makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Got it to go on the step back. Jay, he found a way.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hayward. Knocked loose. Warriors have it. And Draymond Green throws it down.
An easy 2, get back on defense.
Celtics have it. Irving to Horford. God, tough shot. Hand in his face. He makes them pay.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Durant to Green. Thompson to Cousins. Stuffs it down with authority.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on, but the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Hayward won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending. Backcourt. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Hayward to Rozier. Inside, he scores. Warriors have the basketball.
Screen.
Take stock of the floor. To Thompson. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Rozier into the front court. His guys down big. Got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation.
Got him. Good trap.
Durant down low Green to Sean Livingston. For 3, it's good. Something tells me they'll give him that shot again.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Boston with the basketball. To Rozier. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one goes down. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. To Durant. And finishes strong.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Rozier. To Horford. To Rozier. Horford. Warriors come away with it.
Defense, let's go.
Durant. They need something to go down. It's no good. Bane's shot no good. Smart tactics. Moves in for the higher percentage shot. That ends the third quarter. The Warriors with a commanding lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Possession lies with Golden State.
Pick up.
Free pizza.
You're locked up, boy.
Durant
Double.
knocks it down from mid-range.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
And they call it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Irving stuffs it down with authority.
I said this on draft night that Jason Tatum was the most special player in the draft. Granted, I didn't know about Donovan Mitchell, but it's hard to believe that Philadelphia traded this pick away so the Celtics can have a future star.
Driving right to the basket. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Horford. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
To Durant. Passed it off. Green. To Sean Livingston. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Durant to the basket, but he can't finish. Deep left corner. Durant. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Celtics have it. To Jaylen Brown.
Pick coming left.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Jaylen Brown really coming into his own, the 3rd overall pick a couple of years ago. He saw his points per game go up drastically. Plus, he is one of the few people in the East that has the versatility to guard LeBron James.
Including the opportunity to attend a post-game press conference.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Curry into the front court. His guys holding the big lead.
Number 20, Gordon Hayward.
Curry to Durant.
I got him. Trap. Got him.
To Thompson. Goes to the left side. Green. He took the bait and he hits.
Number 11, Klay Thompson.
Irving brings the ball up court. To Horford. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Gets it in the left corner. Knocked loose. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Brown. It remains Warrior basketball. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Marcus Smart.
Thompson. Durant lets it fly. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Curry to bring it up. His guys hold a commanding lead. Durant to Curry.
Go to work. Hand up.
Almost, but no good. To Irving. Beyond the arc for 3. He engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Count it, and the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
misses that one free throw. Irving into the front court. Down a bundle. Kyrie Irving lines it up for two.
I got it.
Curry into the front court. He'll run the offense. Curry. Shot from in close. No good.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Substitution being made in this one. Hayward. Turned away by Cousins.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Here's Curry with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Screen coming. Two-point shot for Curry, and he buries it.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just the shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body, which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
You got him. Get busy. Get busy. Get busy.
Curry to Thompson. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Oh, Horford up to block the shot.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Kyrie, jumper's good. It's the Warriors who get the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Warriors put on a show in a blowout. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Golden State Warriors. The Celtics are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Defense.
The Golden State Warriors showed us how important defense can be in this league, especially when it leads to plenty of opportunities on the other end of the court.
Player of the game.
Kevin Durant could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing